coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a shock. As you see right here, the Radar Superstar, better known as Edge, but in AEW he's known as Adam Copeland, his full name. Adam Copeland, the Radar Superstar, is now All Elite. Well, it wasn't the best kept secret, but we kind of knew it was coming, and it did. Edge debuts in AEW and makes an immediate impact. And you won't believe what the Radar Superstar did when he went to AEW, got his full music and everything else. We talked about AEW WrestleDream. That's what Tony Khan was saying. When one era begins, a new era begins. And Edge, we'll get to Edge coming to AEW as well. All this and more when the AEW WrestleDream review show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AEW Review WrestleDream Review Show. I'm your host, as always, Kid Ridic here. Glad you can join us here on the AEW WrestleDream Review, Aftermath, or After Show, whatever you want to call it. What a show it was. But first things first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect and in our Disney social Disney channels, whatever the hell you want to call it, accounts or whatever. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe by hitting that hashtag button right here so you won't miss a thing. Subscribe is caring. We thank you for watching on our Connect TV YouTube channel and in our other channels as well, including our social accounts. So we thank you all on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. We thank you. All right. Let's see right here. We'll get to Edge in a minute. Sitting down with Tony Khan. What a WrestleDream it was. WrestleDream was in Seattle, Washington. A lot of twists and turns from WrestleDream. And what a WrestleDream it was. As you see right here, a lot of the big stars, the Stinger, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Samoa Joe, Orange Cassidy, a lot of folks, including we talked about Edge, Christian. We'll get to that in a moment, but let's get to it right now. We're with the pre-show of the WrestleDream. It was a tribute show to Antonio Inoki. Antonio Inoki, one of the founding fathers of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He passed away October 1st. It was a AEW's love letter to Inoki. He passed away. Like you said, a lot going on. This is Antonio Inoki. This is like a kind of a picture that he took prior before his passing. This was Antonio Inoki with the cross. I don't know why he did that, but anyway, that's Antonio Inoki for you. A lot of major cards, and it was paying tribute to Antonio Inoki of his passing and stuff. Well, we get this. Bryan Danielson taking on Zack Sabre Jr. A lot of people saying a fantasy booking match. The Battle of the Technical Submissioners, what a match that was going to be coming up as well. So we got an idea. We're gonna talk about this. This was kicked off the AEW 0 Hour for WrestleDream. It was a mixed tag match between Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, Mercedes Martinez, and Diamante taking on Keith Lee, Athena, Billy Starks, and I don't want to botch his name, but we saw that a lot of matches from there. I think the Athena and Billy Starks and the rest, and Keith Lee won the match. So Keith Lee not wasting no time whatsoever. Keith Lee getting the job done. I mean, get the job done. One thing about Keith Lee, he's going to get the job done one way or another. It kills him. You know, what Keith Lee does in the ring. They haven't been promoting Keith Lee as they should, but hey, it is what it is. Well, we move on to another match. One of Inoki's proteges, Josh Barnett, took on Cesaro Claudio in a match. And Claudio won the match, but at the end, it was this. That Josh Barnett said that he want to
get back in the ring with Cesaro and see Cesaro was tough that night, but he wants to make sure Cesaro doesn't wait the weeks west to reap the word. He's coming back. Um, you can got hey Josh Barnett. You don't have to worry about that. Cesaro's always in shape. He's always cut and trim and always ready at any given moment, any given time. So I don't know why he even made that comment. You got to figure out is you going to be ready for Cesaro next time. Cesaro looked like he was focused and ready. John Moxley was at commentary, and John Moxley kind of um went out of time, but it's free and stuff. John Moxley, he might be a good commentator. If you look at it, he might have a future in his hands as a commentator. He was more enthusiastic. He was in on it. He was in on the match, and that's what you want in a commentator. John Moxley might have to consider commentary once he get done with his wrestling career. When that's over with, he might want to do that. But who knows what Moxley want to do? I think Moxley kind of taking a break, and I can't blame him. But we'll see that coming up for Moxley. Well, we get to this. Wrestle Dream kicks off with this. We know that MJF set to defend the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. He's a world champion. He's set to defend the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles against the Righteousness in the match. Um, MJF proving, he can defend the tag team titles by himself. I don't know why he wanted to defend them, but he did. He won against the Righteousness. MJF won the match. One thing about MJF, you don't want the Russ to be weary. This was the match right here. This was the outcome of the match. We show you right here. MJF defending the tag team championship, the Ring of Honor tag team titles on himself. Even did the kangaroo kick and got the 1, 2, 3, the pin, the Righteousness, and got the win. MJF on the roll as world champion, but we don't know for how long and stuff, how he's run, but he's been champion for over a year. So close to a year coming up next month, in November. So MJF has been on a roll as of late. Well, speaking of that too, we forgot to tell you mentioned that Acclaim was in action. Acclaim defended the AEW 6-man tag team titles against TKM. The Acclaim won the match, so the Acclaim winning the match and keeping their 6-man tag team titles intact. The Acclaim doing so the Acclaim winning that match. Another match that everyone's been talking about, Ring of Honor Championship was on the line as Eddie Kingston defended the Ring of Honor title. You can show that right quick. Eddie Kingston defended the Ring of Honor Championship against Shibata. Who's going to win the Pure Championship or the Ring of Honor title? Double titles on the line. Shibata, the Pure Champion, but his championship was on the line. Kingston's Ring of Honor and Strong Openweight Championship was on the line. Kingston did let's say that Kingston did showcase his mental toughness in the ring, beating down Shibata, limb by limb. What Kingston stacked up Shibata. Shibata, a student of Antonio Inoki's, with a fitting way to compete against in a match in honor of your mentor. And Kingston won, giving Shibata respect, and that's what it was at the end of the day, respect at the end of the day, and it kind of worked. Kingston and Shibata and stuff. Leaving the match, went in the match with respect and leaving the match out with respect. That was all about at the end of the day. Kingston Shibata. So we'll see that. Also, too, the TBS Championship was online. Chris Stanley defended her women's TBS Championship against challenger Julia Hart. Julia Hart showcasing her abilities in the ring. And Julia Hart may have a future only at 21 years old. She is just getting started. When you think about it, Julia Hart, that's what she did right here in the beginning of the match. Just what Chris Stanley retained her women's title. Um, Julia Hart showcasing her ability that she one day could be a future women's champion one day. We'll see how this is going to go. Speaking of that, another match that was displayed right here, a live display right here. Hook and Orange Cassidy teamed up to take on. It was a fatal four-way match to determine who was next in line to get a tag team championship match at any given time, any given moment. The Young Bucks won the match. The Young Bucks picked their shot, or we want to call their shot for a future tag team title match, whenever they choose to, and however they want to do it. So the Young Bucks win. I expect them to cash in on that at Full Gear in Los Angeles at the Forum. So we'll see how that's going to go for the Young Bucks if they're going to cash it in. Speaking of tag team champions, the tag team champions, FTR, defended their goal against Aussie Open. FTR, who has been on a roll as late with Aussie Open as the challengers. Aussie Open lost their Ring On tag team titles. Now they've been up the card to go for the World Championship. Aussie Open taking on FTR for the goal. Wish FTR would with CM Punk and all of them, but eventually that ain't gonna happen. But FTR put up a fair fight or put up a match, instant classic. But FTR still retained the tag team titles. FTR on the roll still as the undisputed AEW ring tag team champions. One way or another for FTR. FTR knows how to get the job done, and they have got the job done. Indeed, they did. Another match that everyone has been buzzing about right here. This is the match that everyone has been talking about. Ricky Starks taking on I forgot his name, Willa Yuta. Ricky Starks and Willa Yuta. Ricky Starks won his match over Willa Yuta. He targeted Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley was not impressed. He was more focused on the commentary. I think one thing about Moxley, maybe Renee coaching him or something, but hell, it's working because Jon Moxley knows how to get over people and just be at that. He kind of reminds me of Jesse Ventura or Jerry Lawler. Just it comes naturally. It comes organic. That's what you want. You want it to be naturally and organic. So Jesse Ventura would be proud. I know that. But he's somewhere around. Well, speaking of that, another match. Hangman Adam Page taking on Shane Swerve Strickland. Shane Swerve Strickland believes that he should be the man that should be challenging for the AEW title. He should be the first AEW Black Champion. But in order to do so, he felt like that Hangman's getting complacent. Hangman doesn't feel like he wants it. We know that Shane Swerve Strickland, he's a phenomenal wrestler. I have been following this man since his MLW days, and Shane Swerve Strickland said he's been sacrificing or a lot to get to the point where he is now. He sacrificed fiancés, children, and all this stuff. He said he only cares for his kids and his career. Hey, that's his business. But Shane Swerve Strickland went against Hangman Adam Page. He had a bone to gripe with Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page wants to keep that momentum going. In order to do so, Shane Swerve Strickland try to penalize, try to use Hangman as a stepping stool to get where he needs to be. And like I said, this match was just physical. It was downright nasty. It was downright rough and tough. And you think about it, Shane Strickland penalized Hangman in the early going of the match. Swerve had him and had him right where he wanted him. Didn't realize what was going on. Hangman used the buckshot lariat, but couldn't do so. But he lost to Shane Swerve Strickland. And Shane Swerve Strickland won his first match over a big name like Hangman Page, who has been a champion, a former AEW World Champion, a tag team champion. Could this propel Swerve to get to the next level and become the AEW champion, he might, to me, get a shot at MJF and Winter is Coming. That's what I look at and see. That could be the shot for him or Winter is Coming. We'll see how that's going to play out eventually. Well, another match that I've been looking forward to seeing. This match right here is a grudge match. If it wasn't a 6-man tag grudge match, everyone has animosity and you know what towards somebody. Jericho and Omega teaming up together. They've been rivals since AEW first started, and Ken Omega teaming up with Kota Ibushi. The Golden Lovers. Jericho calls him and Omega the Golden Jets. I don't know why, but they took on Sam Guevara, who has a bone to gripe with Chris Jericho. He claims Chris Jericho had held him back when the foundation of AEW started. Will Ospreay got no love lost for either Jericho or Omega, and Kentisha take a shit like Tanisha has a bone to pick with all three men. So I mean, and then Don Callis, the common factor. So you know how that's gonna go. Don Callis even play a managerial role in the match. Even tried to do some shady stuff. Callis in the ring trying to calm everyone down to like, hey, we need to get it together. And I think that's what they did. They tried to get it together. It just didn't come up to be, didn't add up. But you can tell how the match went, how the match was going and stuff. But as we see here, Chris Jericho and his team won. If we can find what Jericho and his team won the match. Jericho, well, that's James Bryan, but Chris Jericho and his team won. So we'll say that Jericho and his team won the match. They go on. We don't know what's next, but we'll have to wait and see. And you see right here, Don Callis. What the fuck? Like he's Jesus. The Don Callis like he's Jesus or something. This, you know what? Let it be. But Don Callis is funny. I mean, the man act like he's Jesus. Who's doing these photos? Don Callis and all them. But as you see right here, this is the match that we're looking to see. Ken Ibushi and the rest of them. Jericho, Ken Omega, it was just that. Chris Jericho, what happened? Jericho lost to Sam Guevara. So we'll see how this is going to go down the road eventually. So, hey, with them, but you can tell this is far from over when you think about it. Well, speaking of that, a match full of the ages right here. The dream match between these two technical wrestlers. Between Daniel Brian Danielson, whatever we're going to call him, against Zack Sabre Jr. A dream match that many people thought wouldn't happen, but would not happen. It happened before, but now, a couple of years later, it's going to happen again. What a dream match it was. Brian versus Sabre Jr. Sabre Jr. wanted to pivot, and he pivot all right, and he pivot to what he wanted to do in the ring and out of the ring. And we got the match. And now a lot of people were talking about this, that John Moxley should be the Wrestling Observer commentary best television announcer. I mean, you know what? He might have a run it. I don't be shocked nor surprised if he do. Dave Meltzer is crazy enough to do something like that. Let's give him something to be talking about. I think that might happen. But he was so energetic. I'll say that he was energetic in the match and stuff. So who knows? He might give it to him. Hell, don't be shocked, no surprise. But this match right here show a lot of nutrition into the match going into it. Brian and Sabre Jr. gave it his all. Still wasn't enough, but Sabre Jr. and Brian did. But you can tell right here a lot of submission moves right here. Brian with the submission with the octopus, even Saber with another submission, and it was just that. It was like it was built up like that, and what was going on. But eventually, Daniel Bryan won the match. He won the match for his team to do so, and Daniel Bryan um, continues his winning ways and his momentum going forward. So we look forward to seeing that and stuff with Daniel Bryan and you know what, Zack Sabre Jr. Now, this was the main event. The main event right here. Christian Cage defends the TNT Championship against Darby Allin. Can Darby Allin win in his hometown in Washington to win the TNT title like he did before? Only time will tell. Well, it was a match, and that what match it was. Christian early on, we told you, Christian Cage watched from afar, watched um Antonio Noki's he has a fetish or he has just something over people whose fathers died. Like he wants to be that father figure. And a father figure indeed Christian was. He did the beginning of the match was a little bit clustery. Christian versus Darby Allin. What a match that was. Match even proved to be everything that Christian wanted to be. Christian defending with a black turtleneck vest. Um, it was just crazy at the end. Christian and Darby Allin. Christian came out there looking the way he did in his Zona. Christian. Black turtleneck with the TNT title, but Darby Allin wanted to prove that he can get the job done and win the TNT championship back. That he never lost, but it wasn't gonna be easy for him and stuff. So we was gonna wait and see how they was gonna go for him. So how that was gonna be. Um, like I said, Christian even had the damn turtleneck kind of however they was gonna be for him. Well, Christian even antagonized Nick Wayne's mom. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he was trying to come at her and trying to come to see what she was all about. I think she slapped the taste out of his mouth. Then do so. Christian you see right here. We saw Nick Wayne turn on Darby Allin. What the hell that was all about? And then the ring got exposed to wooden plaque. You see right here, Christian went through Darby Allin and slammed him right through the stretcher. I don't know why the hell he did that. Of all people in all places. Even to the point that Christian pinned Darby Allin in the middle of the ring with a wooden ring, with exposing the covers and stuff, the protection pad. I don't know why Darby Allin want to do something like that. And then Nick Wayne was going to attack Darby more until we saw this. Once we saw this right here, everybody was like wondering what the hell's going on. And then you can tell right here on this little road, rated R, all of a sudden, something big happened. Something dynamic happened right here. We saw that Edge, the radar superstar Edge, I'm so used to calling him Edge on WWE. I'm still gonna call him Edge. Edge, Adam Copeland in AEW, but he's Edge to me. Edge. I'm gonna keep saying referring to him Edge. Edge came out of nowhere. Edge got a standing raucous ovation. Edge was it that you know what I mean? It's ecstatic that he has debuted in AEW. Edge is here. Edge is an all elite red. Edge is all elite. Edge came out of nowhere and attacked everybody you can think of. He attacked Luchasaurus and Christian. He didn't try to attack Christian. Um, Edge came out of nowhere. Edge probably followed Christian where he needed to go. He shaked Darby Allin's hand, helped save Darby Allin and Sting from getting their ass whooped. Edge came out of nowhere in the Edgester. He was back. Edge is back in AEW. Christian was shocked, couldn't believe it. Who would be shocked and couldn't believe it? With Christian and stuff. And Christian making Edge shocked and believe, like, what the hell? It was a what the you know what moment. But Christian couldn't take it. Christian got the hell out of town. Christian now found his newfound friend or son into Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne and Christian got some sort of damn kinship or something. But Christian, with the help of Nick Wayne, retains his TNT championship in one way or another. Nick Wayne, he's going to be under Christian's learning tree, learning the best from Christian. I'm surprised Nick Khan, Tony Khan meant to say, not Nick Khan, has both Edge and Christian on his roster. Two legendary tag teams from the Attitude Era. Edge and Christian both, including the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff. The Dudley Boys are in Impact. Don't be surprised the Dudley Boys, but then Bubba Ray got an issue with Tony Khan, so we don't know about that. But Edge and Christian are now all elite. And who wouldn't think? And this is the banner right here, the show you right here. Tony Khan making it official right here. Tony Khan right here making it so official right here. This is the tweet that Tony Khan sent after what Edge debuted. Edge, the Radar Superstar now. Debut, no, not that. We saw that with Dan Bryan and stuff. We see John Moxley with that take his shit. This is the one right here that Edge, Tony Khan said, welcome to the AEW team. Radar Superstar Adam Copeland. All right, Edge is all elite. Thank you all for watching WrestleDream. As you see right there, Edge is now all elite. He's now all elite wrestling. He joined the promotion after leaving WWE almost about a month ago. When Edge had his farewell match in August. And on SmackDown, now Edge part of All Elite. And we also got an indication as well from Tony Khan and Edge that Edge will be making his AEW debut, his Dynamite debut, coming up this Wednesday. And then the following week, Edge will have he'll be on Collision as well that week as well. So Edge is coming back. Edge said on the press conference and said that he wants to not sit at home. He wants to be out there and go, which is understandable. We feel like WWE and him came to a mutual agreement. I think there was a mutual agreement. They couldn't come to contract negotiations. Edge decided to go elsewhere. Edge now part of AEW. He wants to be wrestling with the best, and now he gets to fight new names. He gets to fight old names like Jericho, Christian. A lot of names that he fought before. Now he gets to fight new names like Ricky Stark, Powerhouse Hobbs, MJF. You never know it. We know that it's a photo circling around. If you can look back when a young MJF and Edge, this was Edge when he was like rated RKO days or something. When MJF, damn, MJF looked young as fuck. Edge versus Moxley. So there's a lot of possibilities, but now we know that Edge is all elite. He is all elite. All right. Doing the promotion. Edge is now part of AEW. Well, and then we going against Luchasaurus next week on Dynamite. So Edge having a busy schedule plate for him coming up. Also, well, that we're gonna say that, but we have more notes and stuff to think of. This right here, kayfabe. A lot of people talking about kayfabe. We'll talk about it a little bit later on the Pro Wrestling Show Raw Ring Report on what's going on with kayfabe and how that's going to tie into everything we're going to talk about tonight. Trying to see, that's it. All right, that's going to do it right there for the Pro Wrestling Show. AEW WrestleDream. What a WrestleDream it was. Radar Superstar Edge. Edge is all elite. What a shocker. Edge is coming to AEW. He just made his debut, and what a debut he did it tonight. So, for me being Kendra Dix, we'll see you for the AEW news and highlights for Dynamite and the Collision Ring reports this week, Wednesday and Saturday. We'll see you then, and we might see what's going on with Ed. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you later.